Hey, Baylon. Scott Kiefer with the Greenville News. Um, can you explain to us kind of what the return of Skowski means to you guys and to you personally and the team on the defense?
He's huge. He brings a sense of urgency that is unmatched when he gets on the field. He knows where everyone's supposed to be. He's very coachable. He helps guys in the week, leads us during the week. He just brings that extra stuff that we need throughout the week to prepare us for the game.
He seemed particularly pumped for the Notre Dame game. Do you see that? Was that the case, or do you see that out of him every Saturday?
I think you see that out of him every Saturday. Skowski loves to play the game. He has passion for the game. He brings it every week. Obviously, he hadn't played in a while. He hadn't been able to play a full game, so he was super excited. He was feeling good, feeling healthy, and you got to see that. We all got to see that on Saturday, so it was good and fun to see him back.
What have you learned from him?
I mean, I think we learn from each other. He teaches me a lot, and definitely helps me out there when I'm on the field sometimes, and we help each other. Like I said, he just brings this passion for the game that you don't see often, and he enjoys what he does.
Thank you.
Hey, Baylon, it's Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com. How good did it feel to shut down Notre Dame the way you did after having to wait 6 weeks to get another crack at those guys? And do you think that was your best defensive performance all season?
Yeah, I'd say you could say it was our best defensive performance. We were really prepared for the game. We were excited. No one likes to lose, so we were definitely pumped up for the game at the stage that was set for the game. But we were definitely prepared and excited, and it showed the way we played. And I think everybody was getting to the ball and doing what they were supposed to do.
Hey, Baylon, what does Malcolm Green kind of bring to the table? We've been seeing more of him recently. Seems like he was just really enjoying himself out there Saturday night, loves flying around, and just seems like kind of a playmaker back there, especially in coverage.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he brings a ton. He's a special talent. Actually, he knows the game very well as a freshman. He picks it up pretty easy. It comes natural to him, which is easy and nice to see. He just goes out there and makes plays. Super athletic, fast, and not afraid, which is what you need to be on the field, especially the freshman. And he brings it every single week. We love to have him on defense. I mean, he flies around. He's a special kid.
Did you see was there a certain point in the season where you saw, okay, well, maybe he's ready for a little bit more on his plate in terms of responsibility or snaps?
I mean, he got his first start Pitt game, I'm pretty sure, and I think he had an interception the first drive of the game, and it was fun to see. I mean, you can see definitely them, and he's been ready all year. We came in like summer and started doing virtual meetings, you could tell that he was picking stuff up that you naturally wouldn't see as a freshman. And then that's when I kind of like, oh, this kid can pick up football pretty easy.
Hey, Baylon, Paul Meyerberg with USA Today. You're used to the physical grind of a season. I mean, you've been through it a number of times. Could you describe, if there has been any, what the emotional toll maybe has been to get through this year regular season, to play 11 games in this environment? Has that been particularly taxing compared to last season or 2018?
It's a lot. I think every season has challenges of its own. This one particularly has a bunch of different challenges. But I think throughout the year, it's just week in and week out, we do a great job of handling like bye weeks. We had 2 bye weeks. We have some days off this week. We do a great job of handling those times off, and recovery wise on Sunday, coach gives us Sundays off, and we do a great job of having that time off to kind of refresh our mind physically and mentally. It's definitely hard. It's very challenging, especially with the circumstances with COVID and everything going on, not having fans. It was a little bit different, but kind of get used to it as the year went on, and we're just thankful to be a part and be at the situation where we are right now. And we just look forward, and better days will come.
Is there anything specific that you guys did as a team because of the pandemic, whether it's like how you conducted your team meetings or remote learning, that you thought was particularly helpful and that really maybe just helped you individually or as a defense get through the fact that you couldn't all congregate together?
Over the summer, we were able to do virtual meetings. I thought that helped us out a ton, especially preseason, pre-fall camp. Just getting everybody together, getting football back on their mind every single day, and having a little bit of time each and every day to plug in and look to what's ahead. And virtual meetings help. I like they're not as fun. I think I like being in person a little bit better, especially with fans and stuff. But especially, I guess you'd say those virtual meetings over the summer really helped us out.
Great. Thank you, Baylon.
Baylon, could there be an advantage maybe to having a shorter amount of time between the ACC championship and the semifinal, just from a standpoint of being able to carry that momentum from Saturday night into your next game?
I guess you honestly say advantage, but we prepare obviously the same every week, for each and every opponent. We'll do our best this week. The coaches got a great start. We're excited. We'll get a little bit of break for Christmas to come back and be really excited to get on and keep preparing for Ohio State.
Baylon, this is Matt. What was your initial reaction when you saw Ohio State pop up and saw you guys would be playing them?
I was excited. I mean, just thankful to be a part of it, be in a situation again, back to the playoff 6 straight times, which is huge. I think with the first program to do that, very exciting just to be able to play in the playoff again, and have that opportunity to play at the stage that the playoff brings.
Baylon, it's Trevor again. What do you remember about that Ohio State team from last year, their offense? I know their running back Sermon is a transfer, so he's new, but obviously Justin Fields is back, and he's a great quarterback.
They have a great offensive line. They have great skill, obviously. They bring a ton to the table. They run the ball really well. They're a great team. Justin Fields he's a very unique player. Brings a lot to the table. He brings some running game. You have to contain him. And definitely their skill, their wideouts are really good, unique. And then they have 3 returning offensive linemen. So those guys have been at this stage too, and they know what it's like.
Baylon, Dan Hope from 11 Warriors. Just how do you feel like you guys as a defense are compared to where you were going into this game last year?
I would say we're good. Going into the game last year, we prepare the same. We'll do everything like we have done all year. I wouldn't say I guess you would say we're better. Statistically, we're better. Obviously, some players left. We have a little less people actually that came back. A lot more new starters this year, which is different. But we're excited and we'll be ready.
You guys seem like you have a lot of just different guys who have been productive on defense this year, a lot of different guys who play. How much do you think that helps you guys that you have, so much depth, so many different players that rotate?
Yeah, that's what we have, I don't know how many different starters that have played this year, but throughout the year, multiple guys that came in and started. And even the Notre Dame game, we had guys that fill in that usually, like RJ Mickens came in at the end of the game, that come in and like valuable snaps. So it brings a lot to the table. My guys aren't freshmen anymore. They're ready to play. They're ready for the stage. We got 11 games in, so we'll be ready.
I think you had a pretty big game last year against Ohio State. Just what was that like for you? What did it do for you? I guess, did it help at all from a confidence standpoint moving forward? I think you had a couple of sacks.
Yeah, for sure. Especially being in that big of a game, going in and being able to just do my job and make a couple plays. Defense, playing in the system helped me for sure. And being able to execute the plays, calls that Coach V and that we prepared for. And it was very exciting. Yeah.
Hey, Baylon, Pete Hannity from Channel 7. Did Coach Venables drastically revise the game plan for Notre Dame the second time around, albeit you had some guys available you didn't the first time? And also, recognizing what matchups are and adjustments, does he tend to do some radical things when you see another team, the same team within a year? So for Ohio State, for example.
I mean, Coach V does a great job each and every week. The defensive staff goes in there and prepares the best they can. They watch as much tape as possible, and they do the absolute best they can to give us a game plan that we can go out there and execute. And all we can do is go out there each and every week on the practice field out here and take that game plan and try to execute it the best we can. And it's really up to us players as to go in and watch the tape and to execute that game plan that they give us.
But in terms of the Notre Dame game, for example, was that like a significantly different plan than what you guys had done during the regular season based on what you'd learned?
Oh yeah, we had to go back, definitely make some change some things, and I guess you would say, yeah, change some things and look at the mistakes that we made in the first game and what we can do better. I think that helped us out a lot, especially early on in the year, and you get 6 weeks in or 6 weeks later and have the opportunity to play them again. Looking back at those mistakes, and we were ready, and it showed.
And just a final thought, I know you guys made obviously the biggest play of the game against Fields last year at the end, but are there some things that watching the video you think that you yourself and others have learned and woken up to as to how you need to attack him differently this year?
Like I said, we'll execute the game plan that they give us, that Coach V gives us. We'll do our best. He's a great player. He's going to bring a bunch of challenges. He's going to run the ball. He's going to throw the ball. He'll be able to scramble and use his legs to make plays, and we'll do the best we can to contain him and try to do our best to just go out there and win the game.
Baylon, this is Todd Shaughnessy in Spartanburg. What are the best things that Nolan does to help you guys, and how will you handle things without him for the first half?
I would say he's like Skowski for the DBs in the back seven. So that's a lot.
Yeah.
He brings, especially coaching wise on the field, he knows where guys are supposed to be. He's a great communicator on the field, especially for the younger guys that are back there. They're really getting a lot of playing time this year, communicating, getting the calls in, and knowing everyone's supposed to be. And then his ability to recognize stuff is really good with all the tape that he watches. It's big. We're going to miss him. But we'll do the best we can, and guys will step up like they have all year.
Do you think the targeting rule and punishment should be reevaluated? It seems a little tough.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
Any other questions for Baylon?
Baylon, this is Trevor again. I understand that Coach Sweeney has nicknamed you and Skowski the Bruise Brothers. Just curious when he started calling you all that and what you think of the nickname.
I mean, I definitely like it. I want it to stick. Obviously, Skowski wasn't able to play as much as he would like. I don't know. It was after one game. He was during a team meeting, and he just said it, and then kind of took off from there. I don't remember what game it was, but it was after one game, Monday after a game, and it took off. I like it though. Maybe we'll carry on into the playoff.
Baylon, you mentioned that you prepare for every game the same. Linebacker, do you prepare a little bit differently when you're facing a running back that just went for 300? I mean, does that factor into your preparation, your mind at all?
He's a great talent, especially with the offensive line they have. Like I said, they've played in that stage before. We'll do the best we can to watching tape and executing the game plan that they give us. Prepare the same.
Thanks.